What does being a good man look like in 2025? 2025, if you're a guy in your 20s and 30s, it can be mad confusing. It can be mad confusing. There's so many different paths. There's so much confusion. Do I try and settle down? Do I try and work on myself? Do I need to focus on money? Do I need to focus on fitness? All I would say is that boundaries, finding your frame, and sticking to it. It's amazing how in society now we pretend that a guy giving into whether it's his girlfriend's needs or a narrative in society or a certain Overton window change, this is the new, I don't know if that's the right term, but like that, the norms changing, right? Like this is the way it is now. Like it's amazing how a guy, capitulating and essentially giving up his values or boundaries and like letting things slide is like, it's like somehow society's convinced. I don't know if that's your guys' experience, but like I've seen that in spades. Like just put yourself, that's what men do. We're supposed to just put our needs aside, and yeah, men are providers, and it's like they've hijacked that good nature within us. The thing that makes a man feel his best, right, is, I just crashed my car, is when you're like doing hard work and providing and like protecting and being like a strong pillar in your family and in society. Like that's what men want to do. And it's like society and women, especially the toxic ones, have like kind of co-opted that feeling, or like they've like manipulated us into like sacrificing too much, and then we get mollywopped and nobody cares. So I guess that's the point of this video, is don't get mollywopped. How do you not get mollywopped? I love that word. I forgot who I heard say that, but how do you just not get destroyed? It's frame. It's staying in your frame. I think that's women's job. They want to push us. I think it's healthy to a degree, but the toxic ones will manipulate and destroy you. The sadistic ones. They take their nature. It becomes pathological. But yeah, if you're in your 20s and 30s as a guy today, it's like never been more important to stick. It can be difficult in a relationship, but I promise you, whatever you were when you met that woman, you have to stay that guy. That's why they're with you. And they'll push you, and they'll test boundaries. That's what women do naturally. But that's the worst thing you can do, is actually listen to a woman. They say not what they mean. It's all emotion. It's often emotion based. With everything else aside, emotion is the base that women operate on. Their feelings. And that's not going to change, just like men's purpose is to have that structure, that logic, that foundation, and to be the pillar, i.e. to have the frame. Picture a picture frame. Your picture frame is you, like I'm a frame, I crashed the car, in this camera, and the woman popping in and out, yeah, she can pop in mine, yeah, come on in. I'm not going over here. No, we're in my frame. And that's the way it is. This is my path. You can be a part of it, or you can get the hell out. She wants to hear that. I don't care who the woman is. I don't care who the woman is. It's in their nature. And if a woman's with a guy and he's all up in her frame, I promise you, her eyes looking at the other guy. Her eyes looking. She's looking around. If a woman is in your frame, she is secure. Because you're secure. As soon as you start being insecure as a man, that's why it's like this complete insanity right now with like emotional men. It's like, no, they really do hate it. They really do hate the vulnerability. That's their job. You are taking away their emotional currency if that's what you're doing too. You can't have two emotional crybabies in a relationship. And even me making these videos, it's like, I'm talking about emotions, I'm talking about psychology, I'm talking about a lot of feelings. And a part of me just wants to throw this effer out and just live my life, but there is something to it. It's like something to like focusing a little bit too much on emotions as a dude is just like very feminine. Yeah, and so that's where the frame comes in. I'm never losing that fucker again. And it's funny because now society pretends that's toxic. It's so incredible. It's so incredible. It doesn't matter what you believe in either. It's just like you have to believe in something. And you have to... Sorry, it's getting very hot. Scratch the car. And just stay in your frame. Anyway, that's maybe all I have to say about this video. If you're in your 20s and 30s, you know, I used to think it's just like, just focus on yourself until you get up to whatever status to blah, 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 blah. But it's like, I saw a video recently about that, and it was just like, if you do that, that's less time you're growing with someone. And it's true. There's something to be said about like the young couple and just like growing together, getting married young. Like it really is the best way. It's like the most natural, healthiest way. You're not damaged. We've gotten so greedy with the social media. I'm guilty of it myself. I'll be the first one to say, I'm not talking on my fucking ass here. Like, it's not worth it. This poly stuff, the greed with social media. You know, I made a video about that. I'm like, if you're young, like, and a dude, like, focus on yourself until you can, you know, have the status or whatever it is to attract the girl. But it's like, if the girl's healthy, she understands. That's why women don't care what you have. It's where you're going. It really is true. You're showing, it's not wealth. It's future provision. Because if you have wealth now, you can lose all of it. It's competency, it's confidence. You're going to have future prospects. That is what women want. That you're confident and that you're going somewhere in your life. Why is that? Because they make babies. Like, this is not rocket science. So having said that, if a woman's healthy and isn't, you know, getting greedy on social media, and she wants a family at a young age, which is natural, and you're not too much of a, man child and want the same thing. 2, not greedy young people. That's healthy. That's great. That's probably perfection right there. But aside from that, yeah, dudes probably should just focus on yourself. And again, the more you do that, they just, like, there's no, especially when you get older, it feels like there's just no, like, they just choose you. Like, you don't get to, yeah, especially nowadays. I won't even say, like, especially nowadays. That is the one thing I will say, is because the whole art of, like, there's been the pickup artists, there's been so many freaking man whores, and there's been damage, the feminist movement. Women do not really like being approached, by and large. But it's funny because that's the first way a man shows his courage, is how he handles rejection and how he handles courting. So traditionally that was like, a man's job, and still it can work, but because there's so much damage out there and the social compact of the gentleman's been broken, the chivalry, the man, assumed that the man's gonna want to take you out and be all gentlemanly is out the window because, Netflix and chill culture. Now when a guy approaches a woman, understandably, it's like, it kind of comes off, it can come off very, women's, it seems like they're, like, reaction, and they're like, they're what's it called, they're subconscious about a guy approaching them is like scary, and it makes sense, because, and a lot of the guys that were taught the, all that stupid, be forceful, be confident, like this, like, abruptive, like, pressure sales kind of thing, where you're like manipulating a woman. It's like, that's not cool, and that's got some guys laid, and just everyone's damaged in the process. It's just, that's predatory. That's like dumb, and it's like psychopathic. And anyway, I'm going on a tangent here. Need more coffee, I think. But the hell am I talking about? Oh, courting a woman's changed. Even like, this happened to me the other day, actually. Like, I was getting all the signs. The girl was like, even like doing the, not as much touching, but like getting very close to me, and like constantly talking to me and being very friendly. And I just asked for her number, and it's just like, why? I was like, oh, never mind. Like, I thought, mixed signals, I guess. It's like, I got all the signals, so it's like, even, I think women don't even, like, sometimes don't. I don't want to say women, because that person probably just had a little bit anxious, a little bit awkward, didn't understand how they were kind of coming off. I'm a dude. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. What the hell am I talking about? I need some freaking breakfast. Men, being a man, 20 to boundaries, frame, all very important. Yeah. That's what I'd say. Yeah. Frame. Boundaries and frame is everything that is being a man. So, yeah. If you're still in this video, I applaud you. I literally just like blanked out. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about for the last whatever minutes. But yeah, if you're still watching, let me know in the comments below. How is dating life treating you as a man or woman? But I imagine most of you guys are in your 20s. How are the apps treating you? I've given up on them officially. It is a complete waste of time. After enough women have said, I just want to get to know you first. It's like, I want to meet up. Like, this is a waste of time. I need to know that you're not a deep fake. No, I just need to get to know you. It's like, well, that's manipulative. That's manipulative. Have you guys had that? Have you gotten your time wasted? They love wasting your time. Women love to waste your time. More now than ever. Don't let them waste your time. Have a good frame. Have a frame. Be in the frame. This is yours. They're over here waiting to come on in when you get somewhere and you are secure and you're going places. And they come in. Wait for that. Preachy mansplaining going on today. Anyway, hopefully this video had some value. I just wanted to rant about, I don't even know what. We'll see if this video is worth any value. But yeah, dating, being a man in 2025, in your 20s. Let me know what you guys think down below. How's the dating treating you? And we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace out.